Hello everyone. In this video, we will be going to understand about various user interaction like clicks, key presses and form handling. So let's get started. For understanding this, we can make three files: .html, .css and .javascript file. So let's create index.html. I'm at abbreviation. Let's get certain divisions so that we can work upon it. I am creating division main. Inside main, I will be creating three subdivision: div, hashtag, container, and inside container one more content, div, hashtag, content1. Why I am doing this, it will be covered in the upcoming session, in the upcoming part. Let us take h1, not h1, h5. h4 will be better. h4 box 1, or simply click, click, control S. Another file, that is .css, style.css. Let's link the CSS file first. link css style, so okay, better. Universal selector, padding 0, margin 0, box sizing, border box. We will give main to cover the entire window. Width will be 100 VW. Height, height 100 VH, and that's all. And index.html, main container, content1. Okay, so let's come up with container. Since we have given ID, we have to write hashtag over here. Dot is used for class purposes. Hashtag container, width, it should cover about the 100% of its parent. So I am writing over here percentage. %, and height also 100%. Let us suppose we have given background color aqua for understanding purpose. Let's open with live server. Okay, now after container, content1 is there. Container, content1. Content1, I am creating a box on which we can perform user interaction. Let's suppose we have given width 200 pixel and height also 200 pixel, and background color, I am giving background color, please, control S, content1, please, background color aqua, height with content1. Oh, oops, since I have given ID, I have to use content1. Okay, now we have to perform handling user interaction on content1. For example, click, key presses and form handling. So for that, let's first of all make it better. Container, I am applying display flex property, display flex, justify content center and align items center, so that it will be center. And content one also same things will be applied over here. Okay. We have to perform click operation on this container. So for that we have to create a script file, script script.js file. Let's link it, and it will be about the body tag script src script.js. Okay. Now since we have to perform handling operation on content one, we have to get that element first. Now how we can get that element? By calling the id. We have to get content one. Okay, so document dot get element by id, get element by id. You can give class name, tag name, but since I have given id, so I will use id. What was id? Content one, content content one. We have to perform certain operation. For that purpose we have function in JavaScript, that is add event listener. What it does, whatever we have to perform activities, it is done in the add event listener. Its function is what kind of operation we have perform? We have to perform click operation. So we have to write click, and it is followed by a function document.get element by id name, add event listener. What perform? Click. This function will be run when we have clicked on that content one. So what we have to print? Suppose we have printed log button clicked, so that we can assure that yes, button has been clicked, and we can get to know in the console. Control S. So index.html file, id main container content one. In container I have written click, style, the simple things, and I have called that element content and perform add event listener. Control S, save, Control S. Now get it back to it. Inspect. Check whether click is succeeding. Yes, you can see over here I am clicking and it is being printing in the console. So this is what about click function. Okay. Now the other part is to cover key presses. For that we can simply go to script.js and document dot add event listener. What we have to perform? Key press. So we will write key press followed by function. Here we will take event as an argument because we want to know which key has been pressed. So we will simply write console.log. We will print whatever the key has been pressed in the log. Console.log key press clicked is equals to event dot key is used to show what key has been pressed on the keyboard, which key has been pressed. Function over console, Control S. Now let's check click functioning. So you can see over here key press clicked is equal to G. I am pressing D. Okay, H, J, KN. Okay, so this was about Keypress. Now the another part is to cover form handling with JavaScript. So we have to create form section over here, form, and I am providing ID as form section. Okay, tab. Now what we can do, we can have label for username and password. Let's create it. Label for username and input type test. We have to give some ID is equals to username and name. Let's take username also, and this field must be required, so we are writing required br tag over here. This one is for username, same for the password. Label for password input type. Now it will be password, and ID, let's take password only, password, name, password, and it is a required field. Control S, let's check. Input type flex form ID, one with like server. Okay, you can see over here, but why it is over there? Containment container, control X, control V. Okay, username, password. One more for button section, button, and its type would be submit type submit SUBMIT, submit. Control S. Okay, now it will tell please fill out this field. Why? Because we have written over required over here. This provides functionality. So what we are going to do, whenever the user will click submit, the JavaScript file should run. Let us suppose we want to print username or password when the user will click submit. So first we have to get those element. For that, document dot get element by ID. What we have given, form ID, form section. So form section, form, it should be a small letter, form section and at form section dot add event listener. We have to perform certain activity. Add event listener. What kind of activity? We have seen click, Keypress. Now it is of submit type. Submit, followed by function event as an argument, and what we have to do first, whatever the values will be written over here in input type, first we have to take that input. For that, I am creating a variable which will take the input. Let user name is equals to document dot get element by ID username, and we want to fetch the value, so we will write over here value. Okay, oops. User name dot value. Okay, why it is adding let username, same for the password, directly copying from here, password, get element by id, password. Let's once check whatever I have given the id, username and id, password required. Now I want to simply just print in the console dot-log the entered details are is equals to one more printing user name is equal to whatever we have got in the username variable, and same for the password. Password is equals to the value which is written in the password. I think it should run. Let's check. Inspect console, button clicked, Keypress working, username actual, password is UPATHY, submit. Okay, it is submitting the form. For preventing that, we can write over here event dot prevent default. What it does is that it prevents form submitting. Okay, let's one again try. Username UPATHY, submit. Now you can see over here the entered details are username, password. So this is what about handling various user interaction, and I hope you have understood all the three parts. Thank you.